going on, guys? Thank you so much for tuning in again. We've got our round 2 review and round 3 preview for Big Bash. Sorry if that audio doesn't come across quite loud enough, but we scored 1,212. We dropped quite significantly, almost 1k in a rank drop, and we're sitting at 1.3k. Mainly thank you to the fact that we had Chris Jordan on the bench, so 150 points went begging. Couldn't get him on field. We played David instead. That was a mistake in hindsight, but hopefully going forward, we're not going to have any more of those, benching dilemmas and headaches. It was a very interesting round. It basically seemed like if you didn't VC or straight C Wildermouth, you were in for a world of pain. Up until Shadab Khan came in and took 4 in his second game of the double. If you went Sams or Bartlett, I think your rank would have dropped, quite massively, which is unfortunate because they were good, VC and C candidates. But yeah, if you didn't have Wildy or you didn't, jump on Shadab, then I think your score would have been a little less than what you would have envisaged and would have wanted in round 2 of BBL Supercoach. Now, as always, I've already made some trades. This was the round we were going to boost in. We've already used one, so this is our first boost down the drain. Kind of preparing, kind of wanting to set up for the Scorchers double. So we have bought in a Scorcher, and it's definitely not Cooper Connolly. Breaking the bank for that this week. We're not doing so. We've brought in a few players that should go up in price. Hopefully we can build enough bank to bring Cooper in next week, and we are at this point in time fading Glenn Maxwell. So if we head over to our team, you can see that we have 11 doublers, and it will be either Edwards or Jack Wildermouth on in one of our scores, counting for our total 11. The trades that we have done, as you can see here, Finn Allen is in, Sammy Harper at this stage is in. That could either be Campbell Kellaway or Harper. Not entirely sure which way we're going to go, but purely from a money and break-even perspective, it will be Sammy Harper at this point in time. Bowlers get junk. It's fairly obvious. Ralph and Siddle, along with Stoinis, have been bowling the death overs for the Stars, and Siddle looks absolutely reinvented. I'm not worried that he's going to get a rest. He's, the fittest he's ever been in his 93 years of being on this planet. So he's definitely in. Basically, the 3 locks here for me is Finn Allen, low break even, will shoot up in price. Ralph, just junk, pure junk. He always gets it. And Siddle is coming in for me purely because I love his role. Simple as that. And as I said, one of Sammy Harper or Campbell Kellaway will come in. Was looking at Tom Curran, but I know he did take 2 wickets in his first over against my strikers, but I'm not super keen on him there. From what it looks like, what we've seen so far, he's not going to bat up the order. Listed around that 8 area, which I absolutely hate for Supercoach. And he got 2 wickets in his first over. He bowled very well. Ball dipped in and cut away for him for those 2 wickets. But I don't think... Oh, there's a cat. But I don't think that that's going to eventuate every single game. Now, in saying that, I don't mind if you've already got Tom Curran. Don't mind that at all. But I wouldn't be bringing him in. I can understand from a cash point of view, definitely. But the role, I'm huge on the role. I'm not super keen on that at all. So in saying that, the 3 locks that I've gone with, Finn Allen, basically that's a money play, double next week, fairly obvious. Ralph, junk wickets. It's perfect, absolutely perfect. Peter Siddle, he's reinvented himself. He's 7,000 years old and he's literally bowling death and potentially a surge over, so I'm more than happy to jump on board there. And as I said, Sammy Harper is purely a money grab. Might even be looking to loop him. I know looping a double game week player is not what you actually want, but is this the year for Sammy Harper to bounce back and actually be a super coach option? I don't know. Potentially, as I said, it will be Harper or Kellaway. I know Harper opened because Tommy Rogers was injured, unfortunately, for the Stars. So if Rogers is fine, Harper goes back down to anywhere between 4 and 7, then just jump on Kellaway. So as you can see, the team lining up. McDermott on the double. Stoyne will be my VC on the double. Hussein on the double. Sammy Harper on the double. Rian Ahmed on the double. Then one of Edwards or Wildermuth. Love both their roles, to be fair. Wildermuth opening the batting and bowling. Edwards bowling, good overs, and batting at 6. So not the best batting position, but more than happy to take that on. Bowlers, got Mitch Owen on the double, Ralph on the double, Siddle on the double, Jordan on the double, Alice on the double, bench of Hardy, Khan, and also in flex Tim David. So, hopefully, in saying this, having, 11 doublers, we hope to go all right this week. I can see there's obviously one big omission, and they're at number 4 on the most traded in for players not in my team, and that's Glenn Maxwell. Now, I know when you hear the name Glenn Maxwell, it's like, whoa, superstar, but I'm not really liking his role at all. Don't know if this is going to load on screen. No, it's not, but you've got a break even of 188. He's scored a 37 and a 4 in his 2 games this year. Didn't bat the other one, so I'm not over that. I'm just not feeling that. I'm thinking maybe picking Maxi up for round 5 when they have that double, because they'll obviously have the bye after this round going into round 4. Maybe that's the play. Maybe fading him this week and potentially not grabbing him, getting him a little bit cheaper. But in saying that, that'd be a huge call. But statistically speaking, I think that's the way I'm going to go. I mean, I don't want to be paying, that much for a bloke who's going to depreciate in cash with an okay role. I mean, it's not like he's opening the batting and consistently bowling 4. Yes, he's bowling, but in saying that, he's batting potentially anywhere between 4 and 6. I know Stoyne on the pre-game coverage last night against the Strikers said it's basically going to be himself, Maxwell and Hilton Cartwright are just going to float. So that scares me from a Maxwell perspective. At least from Stoyne, as we know he's the captain. We know he's been batting. We obviously already own him, and he is going to bowl. So I'm more than happy to jump on there. I think the players you want, Stoyne is a non-negotiable. He's got to be the number 1 VC option this week. And then, I think bowling coverage from the Stars also. I'd love to be able to, if I had planned a little bit better, I would have liked to have a potential, maybe even already a Sam Harper or a Joe Clark or a Kellaway already on the bench. That would have been super handy, but obviously it didn't sway that way. I think if you don't own Chris Jordan, you're probably wanting to bring him in after his amazing efforts last game. But I don't understand, I'm looking at the most traded outs down here. Won't show on screen. In my team, you got Mitch Owen, Tim David, Shadab Khan, Aaron Hardy, and Nathan Ellis. 3 of those 5 are on a double. One's got a low break even with an amazing role, and the other hasn't made enough cash. So to me, that looks like some poor planning there. Most traded in, Tom Curran, I'm not over. Chowdhury, I can definitely understand that. That is a fantastic pick. Kellaway, absolutely. Maxwell, I'm not loving that. And Connolly, which again is a fantastic pick in itself because he's going to shoot up in cash for his double next week. So overall, I think we have planned, I wouldn't say we planned well, I'd say we've planned accordingly. So maybe about in that 70 to 80% range. We definitely didn't plan super well, or else, as I said, would have loved to have had a Harper, Kellaway, or Joe Clark coming off the bench this round. But we are fairly set for round 3, guys. We've got, as I said, 11 doublers. Take the best score of Edwards and Wildermuth on field, so that's fantastic. And hopefully we can push back into the top 1K. We're sitting at 1.3K, 900 rank drop, which was not the best at all, but overall I think it could have been worse. We only had 6 doublers, and we did VC Wildermuth, so we kind of got lucky there. Got very lucky. But this is a team, I guess. I'll be VCing Stoyne. The players that I'm bringing in currently, I have already been over, but they are Allen, Harper, Ralph, Siddle. The only change here will either be Harper or Campbell Kellaway, because he seems to have absolutely locked down that number 3 spot. So we'll see how we go there. Hopefully can bounce back. And that concludes it, guys. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're up to 180k. Wow, I wish. 180 subs. So please, if you're watching this and you're not subbed, I know the last BBL Supercoach video got, I think it was 430 views or something on there. So, I mean, even half of that, you owe me a sub. Simple as that. Jump on. I mean, if you watch this for 2 seconds, 2 minutes, or the entire video, make sure you drop a sub. Let me know what you're doing for this week, whether you're going down a similar line, whether you are bringing in Maxi, you think I've got it completely wrong. Make sure you let me know. Drop a like, leave a comment, and come on. Need a sub by now. Anyway, guys, enjoy your day and have a wonderful Christmas if you celebrate it. If you've enjoyed this video, then please like and subscribe. And don't forget to check out the website at supercoachswordplay.com.